next business is Greenery and Gratitude. It's a DIY starter kit for gardening. And we welcome the founder, Dhruv Rujnekar. Welcome, Dhruv.
Hello investors. You probably think that someone who gardens looks like me. But how about I tell you that someone who has absolutely no knowledge about gardening or doesn't know a thing can easily grow their own plants. That is why I made my brand Greenery and Gratitude. We supply eco-friendly gardening kits. This is a picture of my product above. As you can see, it contains everything that is essential to growing a plant. Now let's go down to the item base. We have anti-bug spray, which is completely eco-friendly and is made out of neem oil and water, so it is completely safe to humans. We have cocoa peat discs and a self-watering plant, which is completely beginner-friendly, and when excess water is put, it will re-water itself when the soil gets dry. We have seeds, fertilizer, and a user-friendly instruction manual to help you grow a plant. Okay, so our target audience is people who don't know how to garden or don't want to put in the effort to garden but still want to nurture their own plant. In the future, we want to expand our reach and we want to grow more types of plants, as right now we only sell mint. So these are some of our competitors who have gotten funded in the past few years. You may know Ugao. So this really shows the reach of the gardening industry and just shows how much this brand can go. But what sets us apart from these is that ours is completely eco-friendly and you don't need anything else to grow a plant. So we plan to reach and market through Instagram, WhatsApp, and word of mouth. Okay, so let's get down to the money. Our cost price to make one of these boxes is 280 rupees and we're selling it at 400 rupees. Right now it is a 43% profit, but this can easily be brought down once it starts getting mass produced. So before this show, I had made 5 sales and during it I had made 5. Right now I had a 1,000 rupee profit, but this can easily be made into more. Thank you.
I really like the design, especially when you have the tray below the pots where the water sort of accumulates. I think that's nice. Can you help me understand what do you mean by a self-watering pot?
So as you know, when excess water is put into a plant, the water just stays there and can be harmful for the plant. But in this design, the water seeps through the soil into the bottom once the soil gets dense. And then once it gets dry and loosens up once again, the water is allowed to go back into it and then the plant gets the water again.
Okay, but I have to keep at least watering it once a week, right? I mean,
yeah.
At some point I have to keep watering. Okay, understood. And do you plan to sort of provide bigger size pots, different colors that sort of fit with the aesthetics of the house, so on and so forth?
Yeah, so yes, in the future we plan to customize our pots and also expand like the plants we also sell into like fragrances and like plants that, there are plants that like prevent mosquitoes or, so different kinds of plants and different designs is what we aim to do in the future.
And maybe what you could also do is, probably tie up with some of these unorganized nurseries, right? And sort of brand into already constructed plants. So you don't have to just, think about growing your own plant, but already grown plants, how do we sort of take care of them in a better way? If you could provide that equipment, something like a Ugao, but into, something more niche with DIY, as well as already ready plants as well.
Yes, thank you for that.
But I really like the design.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I guess, is that the idea, that this is more a DIY idea behind plants as opposed to buying a ready-made plant?
It's to nurture your own plant and get the experience of like nurturing your own plant with no experience or no effort.
Yeah, I think maybe then in your marketing of it or your packaging of it, you can talk a little bit more about the feeling someone gets by watching the thing grow as opposed to, like it's not the same. You walk into a nursery, you take a plant, you go home, that's one thing. You bring the pieces here, you put them together, you create it, you have created this, right? And so it's a very different, and that's why I like the name Greenery and Gratitude, because it's creating that link, right? So maybe as you build this up, think a little bit more about going big on that idea.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. All right, thank you.
Thanks, Dhruv.